Calm the fuck down. I want my pickle back.
Wait, what? What? What in the world? My God! God! This must be the world's smallest coffee cup. Cup. This must be God! Coffee.
Hey, here's a song for all the patrons. Come on. You allow me to do what I'm best at. You enable me to do what I love. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. Woo! You let me keep the faith, and what I do, you let me go insane and give you the best that I can. I wanna say thank you. I believe in an open world where the software and knowledge are there for everyone to take and create something great. I believe in this world and the people who give their love just because they were given it first. Thank you, patrons. Editing video. Editing video. Editing video. Editing video.
so bad. Oh boy. It's just so bad. So bad.
Hi, it's Unfa. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you receive the signals, audiovisual information, and the whole thingy I'm sending in from the internets and through the internets? What the hell? Some bad shadow here. Oh yeah, it's better. Hey! Welcome to the third monthly live stream of 2020. This one is... yes, you can hear me, you can see me. Good. Good. Hey, so I have a few things. I want to play you a track. It's the first track I made using Surge, which is a free and open source sound synthesizer, both a plugin and a standalone. Is it standalone? Wait, can I Surge? Oh, maybe I can't Surge. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, I just installed an update, as you can see, just like last second. Sorry for a little delay. I just got a bit involved in doing this coffee. Yay! I was given an automatic coffee mill, so it ground the beans. Tastes nice. I like that. Okay, that's not important. What is important is the music, is the software. Yeah, let's maybe play this track first. Oh my goodness, no, that's a bad way to change. Oh my goodness, that's a bad way to change view what you see during a live stream. Let me do this. Oh snap! But without this, okay? Yeah, we don't need the music in the background anymore. We got music in the foreground, bit. I want to say, bro. I wonder if I'm this. Ah, never mind. Okay, let's drop it. 3, 2, 1.
hard bass. Yes, so that's an attempt to create the classic Russian hard bass sound. And it's all made with Surge, and I'm really excited because I wanted to use Surge for the longest time, and it just didn't work. I always tried to use the LV2 version because by default it runs as a VST. Let me call this Surge. Surge. Nah, not this. Surge synthesizer. Should have done this before, but nah, I'm too spontaneous and it doesn't work. So Surge is an open source synthesizer. It was not open source from the beginning. It was known as Vember Audio Surge. Vember as in the company. But the author, the creator, decided to open source it, release the source code, and the community has been created around it to make it, to extend it, to improve it, to port it to LV2 and do other things. And it's really awesome, and it can do amazing stuff. And it has quite a unique. Why is Helm here? It's quite a unique idea, I think, and it's different than anything else I used so far. And I like it. And the big problem was there was an LV2 version. B Music writes, Unfa once said, I never use VSTs. Yeah, I didn't want to use the VST version because Linux and open source and VST is a proprietary format. Proprietary! So, if I can use LV2, I want to use LV2. If I really don't actually have to use VST because nothing else works, I don't want to use VST. I mean, of course, sometimes I use VST because for some reason the LV2 version didn't install or didn't work, I don't know. So, yeah, things happen, but when I can choose, I choose LV2 because it's freedom. And you can just find this synthesizer and get it. And they provide an LV2 version. But I've tried it like a year ago, and the problem was when you open up the user interface, this one, little, beautiful, and you do something. Oh, I think I see the problem. Oh yeah, that's the same problem. Okay, my yeah, the oscillators. Oh wait, how? Wait, no way. Okay, that's the B scene. Okay, the A scene is fine. So the problem was that the oscillator settings, the envelope settings, the effect settings were changing if you were closing and reopening the synthesizer's user interface, or even if you stopped the transport. So you play, it sounds nice, you stop, you play again, and it's broken. So that's kind of a deal breaker. You can't really make music if it does that, right? Oh my, I'm probably this is way too loud. By the way, Bruno DSL says Surge was developed by the same guy that created Bitwig. I think that's true. And it's really nice to see that he has like open sourced the synthesizer, and the community of open source nerds just jumped right in and started working on the thing. And right now it's in a state that it's usable, finally usable in the LV2 form. There are still some minor glitches, like I think that if I play with the other envelopes and then I close and reopen the UI, it resets to some weird things. So when I make the patch, I close the UI and don't open it again, and it's fine. It's really strange. Or you can store your patch before closing the user interface and then restore it if it breaks. It's not ideal. I really hope they'll be able to iron this out and provide a new release with all of this stuff fixed. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's already perfectly good or not perfectly good. That's why I made a last second upgrade of the Surge from the GitHub source, and maybe they just fixed that thing, and we'll be able to make some music without any issues. But be prepared to see some issues. Also, I would like to show you something. I have created a t-shirt design, and oh man, I'm logged out. Now the worst thing you can do is show your password on live internet, and I did that once. So just be smart, don't do that, because you have to change all your passwords in the next 10 minutes, and it's gonna take you some time to do. I hate captchas, man. Why doesn't it just, yeah. Anyway, I made a t-shirt with the tux, and he wears some headphones, and he's playing on a keyboard synthesizer. There's some knobs, and there's a caption, "Music is freedom." And I thought, wow, I think that's the best t-shirt design I made so far, like ever. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, this is bullshit. Can't log in. Yay! There it is. So that's what I made. And I ordered myself 2 of these in different colors, but I ordered it not from Teespring because it's more expensive. I can buy it, I can print it cheaper in my local place, and I don't have to ship it. I just can pick it up. And yeah, I think I'm gonna show you that t-shirt in a preview, in a future video or something. I don't know. I'm really happy. I think it's a nice expression of what I want to promote. Yes, I think 2 people bought these. I like wow, whoa. I also, these are not fine, but these are. And if you wonder what the difference is, in this one the tux is looking forward, and in this one he's looking down on the keyboard. By mistake, I left this one in, and I just didn't want to delete it because I already announced it everywhere, so I added a second version that's different. Never mind, it's not important at all. Yeah, and also, okay, no, let's not talk about stuff that didn't happen yet. No, let's make some music, you know? Let's make some music. This is hard bass. Maybe I will show you how I made this donk bass, because I was really proud of it. I really wanted to make a donk bass sound. And turns out it's super, super simple. What it needs is 2-operator FM. We have a sine wave oscillator, and it's modulated by an operator, and it just does the thing. If we disable the... Wow, why is it so slow? Holy snap, I think that upgrade wasn't a good idea. It's... Whoa, 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 whoa. It's so deadly slow, I can't even... So that's just the sine wave, and now if we add the influence of a plucking envelope creating FM modulation, now we get this donk sound. You know what? We're gonna do this from scratch maybe and make something else, some new track. So I'm gonna just close this. Hopefully nothing breaks. Yep. And this is a new clean slate. By the way, I have 25 minutes of viewer submission music to play. And let's go MIDI Surge, and let's call it Surge. Let's add 8 of these. Okay, do you have any ideas for music genres you'd like me to try and make now with this Surge synthesizer? For your ideas. Maybe I'm gonna hide this editor list because I don't need it really. And take a sip of the coffee. Glitch hop seems nice. I think glitch hop is like 140 BPM. Oh yeah, that's something about that. I have no idea if I can make any glitch hop or not. So probably the result will be strange and possibly nothing like glitch hop. But maybe it will be interesting. Maybe future bass and Irish folk. Future bass and Irish folk with lo-fi hip hop and new glitch neuro sounds. There's lots of ideas. I'm gonna try to blend all of them. Like, just make glitch hop with neurofunk basses and Irish folk. I don't know. First thing, let's make a kick drum. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Oh, by the way, I've just realized I have no audio output, so that's a good time to fix this. And not when we're halfway through the track. Can you hear it? Yep, you can. Okay, so let's open up the Surge interface. Is it responsive? You see, it's not about the speed, it's about the frame rate. It's very weirdly lagging. And now it's not. Okay, so that's something with the scale. Okay, that's good. I'm happy it's not lagging anymore. Could even make it a little bit, like, move it up. So maybe I could, like, shove my face a bit to the right, so I don't obscure the interface. Actually, I don't obscure it that much, because there's nothing in this part. Okay, let's make a kick. So Surge is a very interesting synthesizer. It has 3 oscillators, 1, 2, and 3. And here is a mixer. I'm gonna just go through, we'll make a patch, and you'll see what's happening. When I first looked at the synthesizer, I was like, how do I make anything? And I started playing with it, and step by step, I started discovering how do I make things, and discovered layers and layers of really interesting possibilities. So we'll be discovering these together. It has a couple of types of oscillators. You can change them here. There's classic, sawtooth, and square, which is what we have by default. And there's wavetable. There's another way of using wavetables, sine, FM2 and FM3, and simple and hold noise. And there's also audio input. We can use Surge as a vocoder. Maybe we should use it as a vocoder. I should record some speech and then vocode it. And we can see how that works. I never tried it before, so that will be interesting. So for the drum, I want to use sine. And also I want to assign, no pun intended, assign my MIDI keyboard. So I can just use it to play the synthesizer as we make their patch. But I need to move a little bit closer to the keyboard. Oh no, I'll have to leave that coffee. Okay. I don't want to make this key track, so by disabling key tracking, now no matter what note I press, it's always going to play the same, I believe, C4 or maybe A4, I don't know. Let's move it down 2 octaves. Now we need to, of course, create the pitch envelope for the oscillator. So we have this slide. So I'm going to use LFO, which is kind of weird because LFO, you can't do this with LFO, but the LFOs actually can work as envelopes if you just, because here we have an LFO envelope generator, and you can have, you know, sustain, decay, attack, etc. And if we just switch this type of the LFO here to envelope, we have only the envelope component. So we can make a very short percussive. I can also reduce the release. It doesn't really matter, but whatever. And yeah, this doesn't really have anything to do with, but we can also deform it to bend it a little bit. Now it still doesn't do anything. But Now if I click again and make this highlight this LFO1 in green, you can see that some knobs, or sliders rather, have turned blue, and that means I can assign modulation to them. So we can, for example, drag this one up. And now it should affect our pitch. And it doesn't really sound like it, but the problem is not that it's not doing that, the problem is that the range of the slider is too small. So let's right click and do extend range. And now we can hear what we're doing. I mean, the envelope actually has an effect. It's really too much even. We can shorten the envelope to make it more snappy. Or we can decrease the magnitude of the envelope, so the peak value. I think I will just try and shorten it. Yeah, that sounds nice. Bruno DSL is spewing some blasphemy. Buy Ableton, buy Serum Beats. No, you don't need any of that to make beats. You just need to dedicate some time to learn the free and open source stuff, the libre software. They already have enough customers. But, you know, you can just grab Surge and do stuff with it. And when Vital hits, or Vital drops, that's gonna totally change the scene of synthesizers. Anyway, let's not talk about that. It's still not here yet. Okay, so this is the mixer. It's a pretty interesting thing because we have the three oscillators. By default, the first one is unmuted. You can also solo it. And we can enable the second and third oscillator. We can also enable two types of ring modulation. What? So we have one oscillator 1 modulating oscillator 2. An oscillator, actually I could have used solos. An oscillator 2 modulating oscillator 3. Which are both saw waves, so that's weird. And then we have noise source. And we can add gain to everything. So I'm going to use this noise component to create a little clicky click, and also... Sorry, I need to blow my nose. Whoa! That thing just almost fell, almost crashed. I need to blow my nose. Yeah, sorry. I thought I can do better than seamless, but I can't. I need to blow my nose. Okay, so let's add the noise component. And I will do that by enabling another LFO, switching it to envelope mode, creating another percussive envelope. Yes, let's give it a bit decay. Clicking it then to make it assignable, and now I'm going to assign it to the noise volume. And I'm going to drag the bass down and unmute it. And we have a noise part. Maybe it is a bit too present. We can deform the envelope to shorten it. Or we can add a little bit of sustain and release, so that we have a little bit of this noise present all the time. Carlos Valdez asks, does this thing come with Ardor? You mean Surge? No, Surge doesn't come with Vital. You can just download it, install it, and use it with Ardor. I am actually using Surge a lot at work nowadays because I'm working at a game company for 2 months now, and I'm doing sound effects. And for example, I've synthesized airplane engine sounds using Surge, and I think you couldn't tell they are not real. We could do that. So I don't see a really use for musical, any use of these sounds in music, but it's really interesting. And it was easier for me to do this in Surge than in Vital even, I think. Which is interesting. Like, they're very different, but Surge felt like a better tool for the job. Rubal says, Surge doesn't come with Vital, yeah. Alrighty, so we have a little noise component. Now we have a wave shaper also. Can make it soft. I think we need to tune our amplitude envelope. Let's make it decay, so it's not forever. It also has two models. Digital, and we can change the individual, like wow, and analog, which is kind of fixed. Whatever sounds good. I think I want to use a filter for this noise component, but not for the sine wave. And you see we have two filters here. Right now both are set to disabled. And we have these little green toggles here. And we can actually go make the oscillator 1 go to filter 1, and the noise can go to filter 2. And now if I use the filter 2 as bandpass, okay, I need to also change the filter configuration because right now they are all fed together. I can go with stereo. Oh no, that's not what Oh yeah, now we have noise being fed to filter 2 and filter 1 is fed to... No, I want to saturate them together. So we are summing in filter 1 and filter 2 signal. Yeah, we are summing them, and then we're going to the wave shaper, so we can distort it. And then there's the amplitude amplifier, sorry, the main amplifier. Oh, here it is. And then it's the high pass filter, which is here. But there's also feedback. Here we can control the amount of feedback. It's amazing. Like, it's so cool to have this routing diagram, and you can change the settings and like use different ways to it's so cool. I like it a lot. What do we have here? Okay, so we have the noise being filtered with a bandpass filter. I think the noise is a little bit too quiet. Let's select the LFO again so we can increase the amount of noise. And I also think I want to use the same LFO to increase the wave shaper gain. So we're gonna distort the kick only on the start of the note. And also I want to use a high pass filter. This is a 24 decibel high pass. Let's go with it. And I want to use it to amplify the kick's body. And this now sounds pretty fat, if you ask me. Nice. What we also can do is, we can do two things. One thing is to make this oscillator 1 re-trigger. That means the oscillator will restart with every note. So we have perfectly consistent hits. If I disable that, it might not be perfectly consistent. I'm not really sure. I don't hear a difference right now, but it's a little bit of extra safety, I think. Oh! Sorry. Also, we can change the noise color. If I slow the noise, and if I even disable this filter for a while, you can see we have a control for the noise color, which makes it like brown, pink, white, and blue. And very fucking blue. I mean, I'm really blue. But we are shaping the frequency spectrum with the filter, so no need to use this noise color or contrast. But you can use like LFOs to make sweeps of this parameter, like, yep. Oh. Hey! Nice. Okay, I think this is all we want to do in this patch. Now, I'm a little bit afraid it might break if we close the user interface. So, just to be sure, I'm gonna save this. Let's call it Live 2020. Oh, wow, what did I do? 2020. Oh, the plus and minus are... No? What? Oh, so it's used to change the size of the user interface. Weird. Okay. Oh. But, okay. Okay. Alrighty. Can I not do this? All right. Let's cancel and do it again. What's going on? Name kick. Caps lock? No caps lock, please. Let's call it 2020. Whoa! Shift is like, wow. Whoa! It's okay. That's a bug. That's a bug. For sure, that's a bug. Category drums. Fuck. Drums. Can type. Okay, unfa. All right, let's do it like that, just to be safe. Now, if I click here, you can see we have all these weird patches provided by the developers. And if we go down here, this section, let me show that section here, is our own patches. You can see I have created 2 bass patches, one effect patch, and this is the new category we created, which is called the drums, and we have the kick. So if anything breaks, we just go here, click this, and we're back to our awesome kick, which is great. Also, I just figured out there's another trick we can do. Sometimes I like my noise to be wide, and with this filter configuration, we don't have this wide noise. We would have it in this one. But I think there's a little bug, and we have panning. These green switches work for panning. Kind of weird, and so we need to be back in D1. But we can right-click on this scene A and copy it. And we can paste it to scene B. C, there is no scene C. I just crashed Ardor. Oh, wow. Okay. That didn't happen in a while. Yeah, sure. Let's see how much... Oh, we just saved the patch, so nothing's lost. Antonio de Almeida says, I was waiting for an external EQ in this kick, but you used Surge. Very good. There is also a... Okay, it sounds like it should. How in the world was there a scene C? Okay, let's go. Scene A, copy. Scene B, paste. And now what we have is scene B's exact copy, but the noise generated here is always random. So if we do pan one of the scenes all right and the other one of the scenes all left and use the dual mode so they all play together, we get stereo noise! Right? And that's better! So I'm gonna store this patch as... Okay, let's do it again. Kick, category drums, create our unfa. It should probably ask us to overwrite. Hello, hello? Can I... Whoa! Something happened. I think it overwrote the patch. And maybe it was just a bit laggy. Okay, our kick is here. Good! Let's go and make a bass. A bass. Let's make a bass. Oh, I have caps lock on. Oh, actually, I think we need some more drums to actually get a to get a, how was that called? Glitch hop feel. Alrighty, let's make a hi-hat. We're gonna do this very fast, okay? I've explained everything. Now, just whoa, wrong key. Now, oh, did I just crash it again? Someone called Davey504. Is that who I think it is? Oh dear. Well, that's not fun. Why are we crashing all the time? I mean, that's the second crash, so it's not that bad, but it's already the second crash. What's gonna be in... Oh, wait a minute, it just crashed immediately? That just did not happen, did it? Yeah, okay, let's do it again. Ardor 5. Would you please not crash? Okay, we crashed. Well, I think I'm gonna make a new session, basically, and load our patch. Or maybe we should give up on Surge in this. But I just wanted to make... Call it second. I'm trying to keep myself from humming a melody because I'm afraid I'm gonna get a copyright strike for just... that's so ridiculous. The world we're living in of copyright oppression. I think that's why I don't ever want to, like, publish my music in any labels. At least no labels that would, like, make registered in copyright, like performance group organizations, whatever. Performance right organizations, that's what it's called. Because that's just contributing to the messy mess of copyright crap. Can't make a YouTube video if you use any music by anyone, because you'll get slapped. What's up, slappers? Good thing catchphrases aren't copyrighted, at least not the from the YouTube guys, because they're not huge bad corporations. That's why. I think I should stop talking. I'm saying weird things. Maybe I'm gonna regret that. Okay, now you should hear the output of this. Now I'm gonna... Maybe it has something to do with the UI zoom. If it was smaller, it was like misbehaving. Let's load our kick. Yeah, it's there. Oh my goodness, I feel like it's gonna crash at any second. That's not good. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. The aliens aren't attacking, you're just being paranoid. Freeman. Okay, why did I do it that way? Oh, it's so loud. Sorry. That's not really... maybe I can just press this plus key. Okay. Okay, I really hope this doesn't break it. Let's use sine. Oh. Combustible mini desk. Was that a Freeman's Mind reference? Yes, it was. I'm glad you catched it. Probably no one else did, but... I think I need to not do that. I should just use MIDI input. I won't be able to make a patch if I just keep dancing to this. Alright. LFO1. Let's make an envelope. You see, it's not very responsive. I can click faster than it can react to it, which is kind of meh. But I believe it can change. Oh, that's not certainly snare-like. Okay, let's use another LFO as an envelope. You know what? I could just copy this and paste it here. Save myself a lot of clicks. And just use this. Maybe I could use the magnitude a bit. Oh yeah, yep. And now I want to use this for the velocity. So, yay! Okay. I also want to be able to control the yeah, that could be good. Now I want to distort both of them. We're gonna do the same trick later, I think. I want a high pass filter. 24 decibels is good. And make it go through that filter. And about 200 hertz, yeah. You can also increase the stages. I think we're kind of too low. It's a bit quiet, but maybe I'm just going to increase the gain. Sounds okay now. And now for the noise. Let's unmute that. And, whoa, it's pretty laggy. Yeah, so you see, it probably would be better if I use the VST version of Surge, because the VST version just performs perfect, I think. Oh my goodness, that was bad. Sorry. I just should move it down because I upped the gain. I have upped the gain! That's better. I'm gonna shorten this and change the mic. Whoa. Oh fuck. Sorry. I don't like when software lags like this. It's not fine. Alrighty. Now let's push the noise through the other filter, which is here. And you know what? We can do also some other things. We can use another oscillator as an extra noise source. If we change this to sample and hold noise and solo it. Oh my goodness, it's so loud. Sorry. This is our classic bad sounding noise. But if we turn up the sync, it becomes white noise. We can also turn it down. And we can use that. Maybe let's use one of these existing envelopes to make it louder at some points. Whoa, not as loud. Okay. Sounds kind of janky. Maybe if I assign it to a different filter. Okay. I think we need a wave shaper for this. We definitely need a wave shaper for this. I'm not wearing that t-shirt, but you know, actually, it's an appropriate t-shirt. I have the other one that says, distort the shift key out of it. I think we're getting something good, something sounding decent. Ah, nice. Okay. And again, we can stereoize it by copying scene A and pasting it to scene B. Now we're going to pan the scene A all the way left Switch to scene B, pan that one all the way right. And finally, switch it to the dual mode, the synth. And we have stereo noise! Woo! Awesome. I think we could use some EQ and compression maybe later, but for now it's good. Let's call it snare. I don't know. What is going on? It's like Surge is stuck in. I can't use shifts at all. I need to use caps lock. Thankfully, my nickname doesn't need one. Okay, did it save? It's saved. Let's close it. Let's save the project! And listen. That sounds like polka. Okay, we were going for glitch hop. I think we need to slow this two times. Slow it down. Oh yes, I think that's the groove we need. Yes, we need two types of hi-hat. Or just one, but expressive one. Let's go with hi-hat. Oh, I'm using caps lock again. My bad. Sync the project. Bruno DSL says that needs a full bridge rectifier t-shirt. Yeah, that's not my meme. It's someone else's meme. Rob Vandenberg says, please pause the stream, gonna walk the doggo. Oh, sorry, can't do, pal. You can rewind. No, that wasn't a pun, actually. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Whoa. Why can't I do this? Oh, because it's a separate... Wow. It was a separate... Okay, let's... You know what? I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just try that. So, let's make an expressive hi-hat patch. Let's just mute the oscillator. Let's unmute the noise. Let's make it a short percussive... Oh my goodness, I should have enabled the MIDI keyboard input, MIDI keyboard input, hey. Also, I could use this Shift plus Control, what the hell? Surge uses keyboard when it likes to. Dang it. Okay, we're fine. Something weird. Oh, Hey, that's nice. I want to use that. Okay, let's... Whoa. I'm clicking so fast, but it's working so slow. What the hell? I'm clicking and it's registering in the wrong place in the... Okay, now it's good. So let's use the oscillator 1. Let's call it... let's make it a square. I don't know, maybe just do something weird with it. Okay? Just make it weirder. Make it weird. And this one, maybe use a wavetable. Mickey, whatever. Okay. Let's up the gain. It could be used as a hi-hat sound, maybe, if we make... Oh, that was the wrong... What the hell? Wow, it's so slow. I just doesn't... Oh my goodness. It never worked this slow. I should not have updated it right before the stream. You can also add some unison voices. And we need to use the stereo... the stereo. Okay, let's just use the noise. It's not like the most awesome hi-hat ever. Gonna make this slightly... Let's make it velocity sensitive. And also I would like to make the pitch of the key affect the tone. So maybe I'm gonna add a band pass, no, maybe a low pass. I'm gonna modulate this low pass with the velocity, with the key, key track. This is it. And make, Oh wait, I can't do that? Oh, I can, okay, I just clicked too fast. Okay, now it's just too low. Okay. Quite a steep roll off, sorry, but we can do something with it. Can also use a ladder filter. Okay, I think we can do something with this. It's a little bit expressive. We could also make decay longer. Oh, not as long. And we could add an extra click by using the wave shaper and a very, very short percussive click from an extra envelope. My goodness, this is so unresponsive. It just drives me crazy. Now we get a little bit of distortion. Okay, that's a hi-hat patch. Let's store it, if we can. Hi-hat. Wow, this now shift shift works. I can type. Awesome. All right, it's saved. We're safe to close this now. Well, I think I need to shift the notes around a bit. I could also make these like louder. Sounds weird. I'm not super happy with these hi-hats. I think I don't really need that. Why, it's so pixelated, weird. That's the hi-hat, okay. Will it work again? Okay, that sounds a little bit better. It's not super cool, but still a little bit better than nothing. By the way, I wonder if I have the all-new Dragonfly reverb. I don't have the new Dragonfly reverb plugins. Okay, let's not install them now, because I'm gonna break something. Let's just use something we have. That just sounds cool. Let's try and make a groove. Maybe we could add a little, like a delicate flanger. Can this flanger sync to BPM? I don't think it can. What else can sync to BPM? Oh, of course. Surge can sync to BPM. Let's insert a reverb. Right, let's add a... What do we have here? Oh, it's kind of chorus. That's in it. The menus are not working right on the LV2 version. We can right click and make this. Oh yeah, we can make the modulation tempo synced. I think we need to compress this. Or even add more reverb. And then compress it. Oh, we can use the A high pass low pass filter. Maybe even before the compressor, so we don't. Let's disable the low pass. Make the high pass steeper. Okay. Okay, that snare sounds pretty bad right when I listen to it right now. Let's use EQ10Q stereo to shape it up. Actually, sorry for the loudness. Actually, the kick also needs an EQ. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think I would like to make the kick also respond to note velocity. Oh, but now I need to do this for both A and B. I should just copy and paste what I'm doing. Now I can make this note like loud, quieter, and do a ghost note. Shibidoo-dip. Hey, there's 51 people watching. Hi. I hope you enjoyed this. We've got like 30 minutes to go to play the viewer submissions. What if I go very high? It doesn't sound any different. Let's copy it a bunch of times. That's our basic groove. Now we can do the bass, I think, if it's not gonna crash, because that's what happened previously when I started making the bass. I want to make something with frequency modulation, I think. Also, I think... Okay, nothing is armed for recording, so... I see some discussions about LMMS in the comment, in the chat. Let's go with FM3, which is a type of oscillator. Now we can... how it works is we have the basic sine wave oscillator or operator, and we have a few other operators modulating it. So we have the operator M1 modulating it, and we can set its ratio. By default, it's the same frequency as the operator 1, so we can switch it to like 2. Should snap, I think. Yeah, we can make a donk bass very easily now. If we just make this LFO an envelope, make this... my goodness, it's so slow. It's so freaking slow. It wasn't slow before. Why did I update it? It wasn't slow before. Okay. Ah! I need to click and wait a second. Okay, that's too much. Now this looks good. Hey, this doesn't really... This could work for Glitch Hop a lot. We can also make this monophonic, so we can't play chord. I also like to add another LFO. Let's copy this one and paste it here. Wow, it's so slow. And this one, make it a little bit shorter. Not as much. And then assign it to M2 amount. So we have like another operator modulating our bass one. And also I would change the ratio to maybe 3. I don't know. Now we need to keep it at integer values if we want to make this sound harmonic or musical. Otherwise, we're gonna make it inharmonic. Okay, that's a bit too much. I can decrease the magnitude of this envelope. And also deform it so it's more snappy. Maybe make it shorter. I just want a very like short, hard click in the beginning. Yeah, something like this. All right, let's maybe make a melody. I think we don't need too much more in regard to this patch. Oh, I should have saved it. Let's save the project. Bum, bum. Dum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I think it's a little bit too loud. Oh, maybe not. Bum, 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 ba-da. Ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Pop up, pop, pop up, pop up, pop up, pop, pop up, pop, pop. Okay, that's not what I had in mind, but it sounds cool. I need to shorten these notes because if they touch, there's a bug in Ardor that makes the second note doesn't not play. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da, ba, ba, ba-da. Should I put it here? Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a good idea, but we have to try. Okay, it's completely different. It's totally a different rhythm that I had in my head, but I like that. It's a bit counterintuitive. It's in G, but should be G sharp. The bottom note is out of pitch. It should be a semitone higher, I think. Okay. Yeah, this is G and this is G sharp. Oh. I am not sure, you know. When I'm in doubt, I just pitch shift the whole thing 2 octaves up and evaluate it then. Yes, you were right. Da 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 da. Oh wait, we are like, oh, this is already the end of the phrase. Let's see what happens now. Let's pitch shift them 2 octaves down again, so they're back in the original place. Oh yes. Ta ta. We have crushed. Let's see what it said. It said segmentation fault. Doesn't help me much. You know what we can do? We can run Ardor. By the way, if you want to, if you ever have to debug Ardor, you can do. Actually, we can do it like Ardor has an option to run it with GDB, which is GNOME. Sorry, GNU debugger, GNOME. But you need to type run, and then you need to type cont for continue twice because it's starting some new threads, and then you can continue. Please don't tell me I've lost my melody. I mean, it's on the live stream. I could listen back and remake it, but that's going to be too late. And Ardor has Ha! Can you hear me again? You should be. Okay, sound is back. So that crashed Ardor instance. Okay, I have to kill all Ardor instances, so I'm gonna have to reload the music submissions. Shouldn't be a big issue, but I will have to. Oh, nice, and it crashed again. Okay, so looks like we really don't have much choice, but to install Ardor 6. Yay! S Ardor git, but it's compiling very, very long. I don't want to see any diffs. Okay, so that's it's gonna compile Ardor 6 in the background. Don't use Surge, says Dan Video. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's not stable yet. I mean, I didn't have any issues like that before, and with any other plugins. Well, that's unfortunate. But I also want to work on the track. Yeah, that's what you get for using unstable software. Let's see if that loads it now. I see errors. Maybe it's gonna load. Okay, so Surge hates us today. Good thing I didn't have to restart OBS and everything else, but it's quite, you know, this Ardor 6 is gonna compile for like another 15 minutes, so makes no sense. You know what? I'm gonna skip the rest of this. And just go on with the music submissions and answer your questions. What do you think about this? We're gonna make a Q&A because like obviously Surge LV2 is not usable at all. It's just a showstopper. And I'm a bit afraid I won't be able to open up that project again. At least until Ardor or Surge gets fixed. Alrighty. I'm gonna try and open up the music submissions. Maybe Ardor 6 will compile in the background in time and we'll have like managed to do something about it. I will have to replace Ardor 5 with it, though, so maybe it's not a good idea. But I could have done something to make it work. Like make both of them work together. Okay, I want to prepare. Let's make this no border. Make it also stay above others. You don't really need to see my keystrokes in this section of the tutorial. Whoa. Not exactly what I meant, but okay, all right. Could be. Oh, I need to shrink that. Alrighty, so we're going to music submissions early due to technical difficulties. Oh, it's a first timer. I never did this kind of thing. I should have not updated Surge before the live stream. Like, I should have just kept the version I was using before. It was fine. Oh man, that was a mistake. Okay, but you get a taste of what it's like to live on the edge. On the bleeding edge. The bleeding edge of software. I'm also gonna move my face a bit. because we have now more room. Carlos Valdez says, I thought you were using FFmpeg for the streaming. Oh no, man. Like, FFmpeg is maybe used in the background by OBS. I use OBS. This is how it looks like. And I have all my scenes, and I have all my sources, and I have audio control, and I can change scenes and use transitions. I also have a mixer. This is non-mixer. For live audio control, I can monitor my speech or not, and mute pulse audio, and this is the, yeah, like there's lots of things going on. It's not a very simple setup. I've been building it up for years now, and yeah. Okay, I think it's time to actually start playing the music. Let me just check once again. Let me just check back once again how it's the compilation going. Oh, it's not that bad. It's pretty okay. But whatever, let's leave it. I need to. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I think I need to figure out a way to switch windows in a proper way during live streams, because this is always a mess. Alrighty, so let's play the first track. I really don't know who sent this first one. I don't remember. Because he named this file test_ogg_session and didn't mention this in this form. So I have no idea whose that is. But I like it. So it's the hi-hats are pretty heavy. It's a bit hurts a bit. Woo! Okay, I know who that is. This is a track called Some Dubbin by Sahativa. And he says it was produced, sequenced with LMMS 1.2 and then mixed with Ardor 5.12. He also says he's using some free XOSC and Zenat Sub FX and some samples for drums. And he says, thanks to you, Unfa, I'm now sticked on Ardor. My pleasure. Thanks for the listening and advices you should give. Yay. I like this. The hi-hat is piercing my ears. I need to turn it down because of the hi-hat. I like the other things, but this hurts. It's too loud. The hi-hat, just hi-hat. Some people say I'm dropping a lot of frames. It looks like a slideshow. Yeah. Alrighty, so that was some some dubbing by Sahativa and made in LMS and Ardor. And now is a track called PX by Kilgore. It was made with Ardor, and he says it's minimal techno. Quite minimal so far, yes. Me of the highs a little bit too much. This thing around 11K is a little bit scratching my ears. I like the content, but it's I'm not sure if it's too loud. Dan Video says, intro too long, in my honest opinion, humble opinion. Well, this is minimal techno. It's supposed to be like, 20 minutes and you just go with the flow. So this kind of music is not supposed to have like really dramatic changes. Oh, that's painful. I'm not a fan of this part. Yep. I think we're all turning it down now. It sounds broken. And it's not pleasant at all. Like, the first part was nice, I liked it. I like the bass kick and all that stuff. That's fine. But now it's very industrial, indeed. But he didn't say it's industrial, he said it's minimal techno, and that doesn't sound like minimal techno to me. It sounds like industrial noise. Alrighty, that was PX by Kilgore, and now a track by Patax. The man who doesn't like dynamics. And this track is called Eigenstate. I think it's a German word. It was made with Ardor, and he didn't provide any more comments. Quite minimal, like there's not much happening. I like the sounds, it's weird, like it's also really heavily limited, like this is what you call a sausage. I don't think it has to. I mean, I would like to have some peaks, but Patax, you know it. I always criticize your lack of dynamics. But it doesn't mean it doesn't affect like my feeling about the music. I like it. It's very different. I would expect something dark from you, but this is quite optimistic and bright. Alrighty, so that was a track by Patex. It was called Eigenstate. And now this is a track by Nimbus, made in LMMS, and he provided 2 types. And he says, the track is so random that the title should be really random. XD. Okay. I like the vibe though. And now we have a breakdown, and the track comes back in a different feeling, different style. I think this is what Nimbus meant by the randomness. It's like 2 tracks mashed together, actually. Mi Je asks, is this one Ardor made? This track was made in LMMS. Also, maybe I want to use a bit more resolution. I'm gonna uninstall Ardor right now. Hold tight. Uninstalling Ardor. It's installed now. Installing Ardor 6. Yep. I really like this vibe. Antonio de Almeida, sorry, I want to pause, says, the tracks are getting better. I barely remember the first unfa live streams with some amateur tracks. Now we listen to really good ones. Congratulations, people. I like that. Thanks. I mean, thanks to you guys for submitting the music. And, you know, I filter the submissions when I have a limited time. I don't play the ones I feel are the least valuable and interesting, and I try to email everyone that I didn't play, whose track I didn't play, or contact them to give them feedback so they can improve. And I always say that when you grow your skills, submit again. Yeah, but I like it. I like to hear different music. I like to hear amazing ideas you guys have and make them true with open source software. That's really cool. So that was a track by Nimbus with really random title, and actually 2 titles. Now a track by Outer Mind. And this one is also called Random, but in a different way. Not this one. This one is called $_urandom_track parentheses. Made with LMMS. Oh, May. Oh, I confused things. Okay. So, actually, the description, tracks are random, that the title should be really random. Regards is regarding this track. That's what Ultramind wrote. And Nimbus wrote, finally getting back to producing music. So I'm happy to hear that. I like this track. Especially the latter part. Now we'll listen to Ultramind. I really like these distorted sounds. I always find your tracks to be very well mixed. Nothing hurts me in this mix. Okay, and that was Outer Minds track, and now ST with another track titled Sakab. And it's really cool. He made it with Ardor. Really glitchy. Sounds broken. Weird because it sounds so heavy and up-tempo and cheerful, but it's broken on the other hand. It's glitchy broken, so that's weird. It's a weird state of mind. You're broken, but you're happy. This is what it brings to me. B-Music says, it sounds like extrons. Well, we had 2 extrons so far, so this is not the sound of extrons. Oh yeah, I like these ones. And now it's really broken. Yeah, that's a classic sound. But I don't know how they made this. That sounds really broken, says Outer Mind. I agree. We carry on with this happy brokenness feeling. So that was Seikeb by ST. And now a track by RS. It's titled C. As in the letter C. And he made it in a mess. Oh yes. It's really groovy. Woo! And I like the drums a lot. It's interesting because they have lots of reverb. Ha! Martin Bangen says, haha, Sin sounds drunk. Yeah, I think this is either microtonal or a little bit detuned, I don't know. Ah, this is so cool. I like this groove. The hi-hats are they're present very much, but not that painful. At least not to me. Oh, there's a swing. Ah, double time swing. Okay, so that was what was that? I'm not gonna tell you what was that. That was C by RS, and he made it in LMS. And now is a little bit of a special track by Total Chaos, and I want to play it because he says there's his friend is singing here, and that it's her debut. And I listened to this and I think that I can hear a lot of potential here.
Only me, only me, only me, only me.
So the recording quality itself, like I wish that it was better recorded. And there's very little of it, but it makes me want to hear more.
Only me, only me, only me, only me, only me, only me.
Also, you could add a little bit of reverb, and I think there's some aliasing in the recording.
Only me, only me, only me, only me.
Itself sounds kind of like it reminds me of like Aphex Twin's ambient works, like very classic synth sounds. It's like TB303. It's interesting because panned slightly to the left, so it's not in the center, which is like unusual, but
Only me, only
makes it unique.
only me, only me, only me, only me.
Yeah, I really rarely hear any vocals recorded on this show, and I would like to hear more, and I'd like to hear more of this voice because I think there's some potential in it. If you just
Only me, only me,
give it some more room and record it better.
only me, only me, only me, only me. Only me, only me, only me, only me.
Bruno DSL says the vocal needs some reverb to glue to the mix. Yeah, that would be really good. It badly needs that. Also some compression because like vocals naturally are very dynamic and some parts are very loud and some parts are very quiet, and a compressor would even that out because it would turn down the loud parts, loud, and then quiet.
Only me, only me, only me, only me.
You see, and we need this evened out a bit with a compressor because then
Only me, only me,
it's not obscured by the music.
only me, only me. Only me, only me, only me, only me.
It's a very simple track, and like the vocals are also like very simple, very minimal. But I don't know, I like this. I feel like this person could sing some more and could sing some really beautiful things, and I'd like to hear that. That's all the submissions I'm playing today. Thank you all for submitting your music, for subjecting yourself to my judgment and my opinions and my harsh words. I mean, okay, I'm trying to not really be harsh. I always try to be try to lift you up. I've installed Ardor 6. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. That dialogue all the time was it was let's see what we have here. Okay, we have this. Let's try and open the track we've been working on. Maybe it's gonna load in Ardor 6. We have progress. This is a session from an older version of Ardor. It is indeed, but thankfully Ardor makes a copy, so we're not stuck. Maybe we can 15-minute. Nope. Nope. No, we can't. Oh man, that sucks. Do you know what? Okay, I'm gonna close this session. Huh? Okay. Let me see what I have here. No, let's try and open an old track of mine called Brain MLT. Old, yes, it's old. Vulnier asks, I didn't get an email. Yes, I didn't play your track. I didn't have a time to write you an email. Yeah, I just I found it very similar to the previous tracks. Like I always felt like it's an iteration on the previous one. Maybe it was, and I would prefer if you'd send in something a bit more different. Like, you know, if I were to play every month like someone's new version of the same track, we would get very bored very fast. And I don't think that's very, you know, a good idea. So feel free to submit again. Just make something totally new. Don't close yourself on one idea, and make a lot of music. Pick the best among, I don't know, 5 tracks and submit it. I have something monitoring here. Okay, let's see what's that. This is an old track. It's I made it when I was switching to Olive, and I had a lot of trouble with Kden Live, and made this track. And I'm really curious how it's gonna sound, if it's gonna work at all. Just need to, as you can see, it's pretty complex. I'm curious. It's gonna play.
Editing video.
Something's wrong. Not everything. The snare is wrong. Okay, some sounds are completely messed up. It's mostly okay. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff happening. The snare is completely broken. Still haven't finished scrolling.
It's just so bad. It's just so bad. So bad.
Editing vid. Editing vid.
Yo.
Editing vid. Editing vid. Editing.
This one sounds right. Another part. Something wasn't right there, but it's mostly okay.
Just so bad. It's just so bad. So bad.
And that's the end of the track. It didn't play didn't play completely right. Some things were broken. You see I have a second drop here in the works. That's... Now this is made with Zenit Sub Effects. We can take this apart. You can see what's there, how it works. Hey, it's Infusion. It's been a while since I used Infusion. What do we have here? we using? What are we using here? I want MIDI input. As you can hear, like the automation is really just making this completely different sound. I'm using 9 automation tracks to modulate the synth. 9. Oh boy. So macro learn should look pretty busy. Macro learn, we are modulating, okay, FM, again FM, here again FM on something else, overdrive, filters and something else, phaser, effect, volume of some effect, I don't know what, another volume effect, another effect, unfa. Okay, that's a lot of things. I think it's a bit too complex to just like, it's really heavy modulation. Let's see without all the effects. Okay, it's being sent to the sidechain bus, and that makes it duck. If I send it to master instead, we should hear it uninterrupted by the drums. I can also disable all the extra effects so we can hear it dry as possible, because of course it's doing a lot of things on its own. I know what we can do. We can disable all of the automation tracks and listen to this one by one and maybe try to see what is happening, what each of these is doing. Because I started making this sound like layer by layer. I added the first automation track, and you can hear I modulate the frequency modulation depth here. Like this is, I can just hear that. You know what? I'm gonna turn on auto return, so now when I press space, we just go back to the start. We have 6 more minutes. Actually, we should have do 8 minutes because I was late. Antonio de Almeida. Oh, by the way, I promised to answer some questions, and I'm just freaking ignoring the questions. What the hell? Sorry. Let's answer the questions now. So let's go from the top. Bruno DSL asks, VCV rack stream maybe? Maybe I could. I never was super good with VCV rack. I made some sounds, but it would be a total random junk. But maybe we could make some totally awesome random junk with it. That's a good idea. I'll think about it. Mije asks, I don't know if you're pronouncing your name right. Sorry if I'm not. It says, Unfa, you don't use OBXD anymore. I discovered it because of you, and it's such a fun synth. Well, I don't really use that because, well, it just doesn't suit my workflow too well. It is overall. No, I want to say. It is most of all an emulation of OBX, Oberheim XD, or something else. It's an emulation of a hardware synthesizer, and that makes it quite limited in what it can do. It still can do some awesome sounds, and it has a very nice analog sound to it. But I very rarely find myself in a need of what it gives me. I think I used it maybe once after recording the OBXD video, maybe twice. So I don't really use OBXD, but if you're having fun with it and you're making sounds you like, totally go for it. Like that's why I made the video about it, because some people might find it interesting and very suitable for their needs. Maybe you don't want to use it in Fusion because it's too big and too complex and just makes you not inspired to make sounds. Maybe OBXD makes you inspired to make sounds. Then use it. Antonio de Almeida, asks, Unfa, is it possible to make the Calf multiband compressor act like the OTT? If you don't know what OTT is a free but not open source. It's a proprietary but gratis it's a specific the name states for over the top, and what it is, it's actually two compressors in series. One is a downward compressor which reduces the loud parts, and the other one is an upward compressor which brings up the quiet parts. And I can tell you that Vital has something that does basically the same thing built in, and you could probably have seen that on my video some time ago, but let's not talk about it. We're waiting for Vital. You can't really make Calf multiband compressor do it alone, because it's just gonna turn down the peaks, and you still need the part where it turns up the quiet parts. But you can emulate that using LSP plugins, because they I believe Rob Vandenberg made some Carla patch that like emulates OTT by using two LSP plugins, where we could try and see that. Maybe I'm gonna return this to play. By the way, switching the modes with mouse wheel is really handy sometimes, but if you're not intentionally doing this, then you just scroll and you just mess up your session, so that's not the best thing. We can try and use it as an OTT, like emulate OTT, and I think we would do LSP dynamic processor stereo. We need a multiband, so LSP multiband compressor stereo. Oh, Rob Vandenberg says, "Yep, 2 multiband compressors. Were you using the LSP multiband compressors?" Oh, because you can. Okay, so this is LSP multiband compressor. OTT uses 3 bands, so I'm gonna disable everything else and just keep 3 bands. Okay. Oh, I should have updated LSP plugins because the interface has changed a bit, I believe. And OTT also has fixed bands, so you can't really change this. I'm changing it, so we already have more flexibility. 1 upward and 1 downward compressor. It's also known as a compander. Yes, a compander is compressor / expander. So an expander, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if compander is the right thing to say. Maybe because, okay, we're not using it as an expander, because an expander is the opposite thing to a compressor. An expander makes things that go above a threshold louder. It's equivalent to a noise gate in some sense, but not entirely. Now, if we want to compress this, we want to raise the ratio. Let's use maybe 4. There. Something's scaling. Now we have compression going on. We can up the output gain to compensate. Now, what if I wanted to make this work the opposite way? I am not sure if I can do that. Rob says, but the compression should be ultra extreme. 32 decibels or something. Okay, so yeah, basically if we turn up the input gain a whole bunch and then make the ratio just ridiculously high, so that then we are emulating the upward compression step by just upping the gain. And now we have the OTT. It sounds a little bit like OTT, indeed. I think we could also shorten the times, so attack and release. Oh, they are really... maybe I could also switch it to classic. Oh yeah. I have used Calf multiband compressor here, and what I did is gave it 14 decibels of input gain, just cranked it, and then turned it down. So basically I did a very similar thing. And now if we just move it up, and I wonder what that EQ is doing. Possibly it's turning up the... Oh! It's removing the low frequencies because I have a separate sub or synthesizer. All right. Calf De-Esser. This is basically to remove the painful high frequencies, but we also took care of it with this LSP. What do we have here? Okay, we're adding some character and also some width because we are using this equalizer in mid-side mode, and we are amplifying the mid signal. So side is the mono center, and side is the difference between left and right. If you amplify the side signal, your stereo field is being expanded. And there's also a standard compressor just crashing it after that. And if I send it to the sidechain bus again, and how the sub bass is working. Let's see what how I made it. It's a sine wave. Nothing super fancy there. Okay, it's time to wrap it up. Just play this drop once again, I think, just for fun. Because I just like it. Thank you all for watching, for sending your tracks, for all the support, and being a great community. And I'll see you in the next... whatever! Something broke. Something broke really bad. Something broke really bad.
So bad.